What is going on, guys? It's Joe and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Welcome back to a full day of eating, getting back on track after the holidays. Hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. I know I did. Gave some gifts, got some gifts, ate a lot of really good food, and now it's time to get back on track, as you should be as well. For today's breakfast, I'm having 4 eggs. Now, there was a comment in the last video saying that I'm disappointed by not cooking. I am cooking. I'm here in the kitchen. I'm showing you, I've done this before on the channel, but I'm gonna show you guys again how to make the perfect scrambled egg. I started off by putting about a tablespoon butter in the pan. Off season, so I'm using some butter, but if you're trying to lose some weight, definitely use a spray. The way I like to do my scrambled eggs is like Gordon Ramsay. So you're constantly stirring the pan. You're gonna take the pan from on the heat to off the heat, consistently giving the pan a good stir, consistently mixing those eggs around. This is the way Gordon Ramsay does it. This is the way Joe Garcia does it. And if you want a good scrambled egg, it's the way you should do it as well. You're on the heat for about 30 seconds, you're off the heat for about 30 seconds, then you go back on the heat. Total cook time for eggs should be like no more than 3 minutes, really. I got 4 eggs in here. Again, about a tablespoon of butter. Most important things with eggs is don't season them till the end of the cooking process. That is the most ideal situation. So a little salt, and some pepper. Now we made the perfect scrambled egg, and I know what you're thinking. Joe, you did a great job cooking it, thank you very much. But wait, there's more. I'm gonna show you how to take this plain, non-fat Greek yogurt, low in calories, high in protein. It tastes, by itself kind of like sour cream, but when you just add 2 very simple ingredients, you can make it taste absolutely. First things first, I'm adding a serving of Greek yogurt to this bowl, which is about 170 grams. That's pretty much gonna finish off the rest of this container. I am a big Greek yogurt fan. It's like the quarterback of all anabolic recipes. It's pretty much in every single one of them. It's high in protein, it's low in calorie. It adds a perfect consistency to whatever you're making, really. Now, all you're gonna do to make this taste absolutely amazing is just 3 packets of Splenda, or just your favorite, sweetener of choice, and then just a little vanilla extract. Just a little bit. Boom, that's all you need. Give that a good mix, and that is some great Greek yogurt. I'm also gonna be adding some blueberries to this as well. I'm just gonna dump the whole container in there, honestly. Alrighty, so here is the total food for the morning. We have Greek yogurt and berries in this bowl right here. We have a bagel with the cheese slices and eggs on top. Overall calories for this meal are 988, so I'm having a pretty decent sized breakfast. I'm gonna try and eat relatively 4 to 5 times a day, probably more likely 4 if I'm being honest. Overall macros after this are 59 grams of protein, 82 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, and then 47 grams of fat. So most people ask after the holidays, what should I do? I ate a bunch of food. Should I lower my calories? Should I increase my cardio? Listen, just get back on your regular programming. Whatever you're doing before to try to lose weight, don't need to just increase it or decrease it or anything fancy or anything crazy. Just get back on schedule, and over time, eventually take the holiday weight off and then take the rest of the weight off that you want to lose. But let's be honest, okay? The holidays, really, you have Christmas Eve and maybe Christmas. That's 2 days. That's only 2. Why are you messing up so badly to the point where you add on like 10 to 15 pounds during the holidays? You only have like 2 real days where you maybe go off plan. Everything else should be somewhat normal, but the issue is that we have all of these, desserts, cookies, a bunch of really high calorie dense foods. And we don't just have them for the 2 days. We have them, pretty much all the month of December. It's just a common trend. You see just this kind of very high calorie dense, very palatable food around you all the time. So really the answer is just get back on track, get back to your normal eating schedule the next day. Don't wait. Don't let, Christmas Eve and Christmas spill over into the New Year's and the whole month of January, and then wait till February to try and really buckle it in. It is mainly a rest day for me, so this video is going to be mainly focused around food, not so much training. However, I am back on my 6-day split, and I'll go into a full video going over my 6-day split and kind of what I will be using when I go into prep for my show. The show that I'm going to be doing is probably going to be the end of May. Same one as I did last year, although it's not in the same location. I actually moved locations, but I'm excited. I'm excited to get absolutely shredded again. I'm lean right now. I'm not unhealthy by any means, but I am pumped to just get absolutely shredded. Prep is always a super, super fun time for me. So right when Christmas kind of hits January and February, I know my last 2 months before I just completely go full diet mode. And this year I am very, very excited to see, what kind of package I can bring. Considering that last year I made a pretty decent amount of improvements from my first show, I'm excited to see what this next show can bring. I'm hoping to come in a little bit bigger because that's obviously what I need, but I'm also hoping to come in relatively kind of close to last year's weight, like 164. I think 165 pounds would be ideal this year. I'm about a 180 to 185 now, so. But yeah, anyways, this is breakfast, and I will see you guys as the day rolls on. See if I can catch this popcorn in my mouth right here. Ready? First try. I swear that was first try. What we have for the next meal is a bag of Smart Pop popcorn, as well as 2 protein bars. These are Built Bar Puffs. Code JG10, save yourself 10% off on BuiltBar.com. Get yourself some bars. The Puff bars, amazing. Way better than the actual Built bars, the OG ones. And those, I think those are fantastic as well. But the Puffs are like on another level. Total calories for the day are 1508. Overall macros are 101 protein, 158 grams of carbs. You have 13 fiber, and then 55 fat for the day. Let's give this Puff bar a little bit of a taste test on camera, shall we? This is the churro flavor here. This right here is absolutely delicious. This right here is meal number 2, really the second time I'm eating for the day, because this is more like a snack. I'm gonna eat this, chill out for a little bit, and I'll see you guys in the next meal of the day. Alrighty, here with the next meal, and what we have is carne asada. Let me try and get my Hispanic roots going a little bit. Carne asada, carne asada, carne asada. Is that good or no? 10 ounces of the carne asada, 9 ounces of jasmine white rice. Total calories here are 770 calories. We actually had the carne asada for Christmas Eve and Christmas. So it's just kind of some leftovers. I'm kind of just like mowing through some of the leftovers in the fridge. Overall calories after this meal are 2,278 calories. Overall macros, 141 grams of protein, 257 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fiber, and then 77 grams of fat. This is going to be the pre-cardio meal as well. It's a rest day, but I'm gonna be playing some soccer today. So I have to go to the gym, train a couple clients, jet over to go play soccer, and this will be the last meal before that happens, and then I'll come home and I'll have one more meal. But let's get a little bit of taste test here, shall we? I absolutely love carne asada. It's one of my favorite meats to put into my mouth. Also on the side, I'm having here a 0 sugar root beer. But I'm gonna eat this, go about the rest of my day, and I'll see you guys in the last and final meal of the day. Alrighty, here with the last and final meal of the day. This is actually the most calorically dense meal of the day, and what we have is basically a pound of 85-15 ground beef with 6 slices of Velveeta cheese on there. And then what I do, and this might sound a little weird, but it's actually quite delicious, is raw honey all over this bad boy. After this meal, with all the calories kind of added up, the total calories for the day are actually gonna be 3786, which in the off season, I kind of range from 3,000 to as high as 4,000. So as long as I'm not going above 4,000 calories, I'm kind of okay. As long as I'm kind of trying to maintain not going below 3,000 calories, that's kind of where I can main gain at. The overall macros after today are 239 grams of protein, 309 grams of carbohydrates, 13 grams of fiber, and then 155 grams of fat. So a bit higher on the fat, which it doesn't really matter. It's calories in versus calories out. Follow Liver King at all, or even one of his friends in the industry, which is a guy named CarnivoreMD or Paul Saladino. Paul Saladino at least advocates for an animal-based diet where he only eats like organs, beef, fruit, dairy, and then honey. That's kind of like what his main foods revolve around, and I kind of adopted that style a little bit, and I don't eat like that entirely, but one meal a day I maybe try and have like that. So this is very much like that. He has burgers with cheese on it, and he put some honey on the burgers, which I'm gonna do right here. And this looks like a weird combination, but then I tried it, and you know what? It's pretty darn delicious. I'll be honest with you. It's kind of a sweet and savory combination. Don't knock it till you try it. Burgers and honey though, pretty darn delicious. This is a bit of a higher fatty beef too, which is what he advocates for. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna eat this, let it digest, head off to bed. I'm wrapping the video up here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you guys are new. It's me, your boy Joe. Peace.